It is very nice to be back with you. Honestly, I miss to be with you in the room, especially to listen to Stevie's participation in class. He talks too much. Talking about this issue, we have to always have in mind that other people have different kinds of expectations for us. Me as a teacher, I expect you to participate in every single class. And many times you don't even correctly to a question. It's just expressing your opinion. Your parents, they expect you to be a very good son or a very good daughter. But how do they define very good? It's a son or a daughter that obeys, that helps with the house chores, that is going great in school, that doesn't fight with brothers and sisters. Now that you're in an age of having a boyfriend or girlfriend, what are the expectations of your boyfriend and or girlfriend regarding yourself? Well, the story that we are going to read, Two Kinds, short story written by Amy Tan, is about how a little girl rebels to the expectations of her mother. Let's begin by questioning ourselves, how do expectations affect our performance? Let's try to think of a time when someone in a position of authority set a high goal for you, probably a teacher. A teacher expects you to do the best. I'm sorry, I have the guy that sells water coming in and the dogs barking outside. Already know I don't have the proper requirements to be doing this. I should be in an isolated room, soundproof from the inside and the outside. But anyway, as I was saying at the very beginning, each teacher has a very high expectation about you. I expect you to understand the story, to talk about the story, and to provide me insights about the story, taking as a reference the plot structure that each one should be doing. But the problem is, are you motivated to work harder? Or you just rebel against the expectation that I have as a teacher regarding yourself? Well, probably you can write that down in the notebook. And whenever we meet back together, we can discuss about that expectation. Text analysis is going to be theme across genders. This story, as I said, is about a girl struggling to find her own identity despite the expectations of her parents. Its theme or message is about that. The short story writer, in this case, Amy Tan, uses different techniques to express the theme of her work. And in this short story, we can identify details about the main characters' traits, their motivations, and values. Besides, we can identify details about how the characters change the lesson they learn. Another point is the major internal and external conflicts that we can identify in the story. The information about the setting, and obviously the story's title. This case, Two Kinds. What do you think that Two Kind as a title mean? I think that two kinds is referring to two kinds of people. Mother and daughter. They're two different kinds of people. They have different expectations, they have different motivations. Probably they have the same values, but they don't have them in the same order of priorities. That is the problem. Why should we have high expectations? And this question should be taken in consideration by Selvi, Ricardo, Henry, Josue, Jose, and Kenneth. Why should we have great expectations? Why should our expectations be high? From the girls' side, I believe that Suli, Daniela, Nashley, Cecia should also think about this. And remember, I have evidence to the 9 students I asked the question directly to. So whenever we go back to class, I'm going to ask those 9 students specifically to answer the question, what reasons do we have in order to have high expectations? I'll talk a little bit about myself. As you already know, I'm the teacher, but I have expectations about myself. I have expectations about yourself. But my high expectations are placed there only. Thank you, Ricardo. I'm watching your thumbs up. But these expectations are high. Imagine if I go with low expectations, what can I give from myself to you to learn? The lower my expectations, the less benefits you will get. The higher my expectations, the higher the benefits that you're going to get. So let's think about it. What's the purpose of reading this story? Well, basically, as I already said, find out why the girl rebels against her mother. The main character of this story is Jen May. She is American. She was born in the United States, but her parents are Chinese. And this is a problem, no matter where you live, because you're the children of an immigrant. You have to be facing two worlds. The world of your parents that were born in China, in this case, and the world in which you live, that is the United States in this case. As they say, children of immigrants have one foot in the United States and one foot in the country of their parents. The difference between the two cultures can cause conflict between the second generation American children and their parents. Why are they called a second generation American children? Because the first generation, that is their parents, they are not Americans. They are of whatever other country you want. But they were born in the United States and they are the second generation. That's why they are called the second generation. So, boys and girls, I expect you to read. We began reading this today. We're going to finish reading it tomorrow. Read from page, just let me gather around the information at this very moment. It's from page 220 to 233. That's 13 pages. So today you're going to read from page 220 to 226. Remember to answer the questions, monitor your comprehension questions that are at the sides of the pages. Have a nice day, guys. Take care. I miss you. I miss Jerry with her food and Sarouet with her food, Cecia smiles, and Selby sleeping in the corner of the room, like Catherine way back in the corner. Have a nice day. See you soon.